shalamti. Again, I say al shalamti. Tenestele. Denanachu. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you say to me wa alaikum salam. It's best I like saying baraka Allahu alaikum. And that simply means may the blessing of the Creator be unto you. I like to say namaste. Namastara, namastaram, namaskar. All I'm simply saying to you when I say al shalamti is I am saying I honor the divinity of the Creator in you as the Creator is reflected in me. Vigilant men, virtuous ladies, and learning students, welcome forward to another episode of Bible Quiz. My names are Dr. Richard Yates. I welcome you, and I'm hoping that you get on the telephone and call folks and tell them to watch or to view this episode of Bible Quiz. What we're going to do on this day is a review. Remember, 2 Fridays ago, I told you it's been 1 year since I've been on television hosting Bible Quiz. This program can continue, as they would say in English. It can continue providing you, the viewers, call the management and staff of this television station and give a tribution or a donation to have this program not only remain on television, but be extended, especially for the summer. A lot of young people out of what we call secular or academical school, they are home. Some of them are not going to camp. A lot of them are in camp. Let us give those young people an opportunity on this network to do what? To learn, perhaps Monday to Friday, Bible Quiz, including this Friday evening program. That would be so great to get the young people involved in learning the Bible. It was at the age of 1-3, they call 13, is when I first picked up the Bible and started reading it for myself. So I've read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation 3 times, the entire book, and I study it inside out. This is why I like doing Bible Quiz. So what are you going to do on this day? We're going to review several questions, not all, several more, I would say, profound questions that were asked on this program, and you, the viewers, give profound answers. Now, perhaps you're watching the program for the first time, so I say to you, welcome to Bible Quiz. And you've never heard some of these questions, so you are given the opportunity to call and give the answer. What I'm going to do on this day is give only two persons calling, giving the answer to one question so we can move on to other questions. All right? So by the second caller that calls to give the answer to the question, if that is not the answer in which I'm looking for based on what's written in the Bible, I will give the answer and move on to another question. Remember this, remember that, remember it. When you call and the phone is ringing, you turn the volume of your television down. When I ask you where you at, you mention the area, the city, the village, the town, wherever you're located. All right? Good. Let's go straight into the program on this day. Like I said, on this day, it's a review of questions that I've asked before, and I've gotten a lot of positive response by a lot of people concerning these questions. All right? Here are some of the questions that was asked before that I'm giving you, the viewers who watch the program for the first time, to answer. And for those folks who never got the answer, to get the answer on this day. All right? Good. Here we go. First question. What name the Creator called the first woman? That's the first question. What name the Creator, according to the book of Genesis, what name did the Creator give to the first woman? In other words, what name he called her? Second question. What day is the day of worship according to the book of Genesis? I'm not talking about Leviticus and Exodus and Numbers and Deuteronomy. Genesis. The question is, according to the book of Genesis, what day is the day of worship? Is it the 7th day or is the first day? They say Sunday. You tell me which day it is according to the book of Genesis. The third question. Which book of the Bible is comprised of 66, they call 66 books. Out of the 66 books, there's only one book in the Bible where the name God, G-O-D, common G-O-D or capital G-O-D is not mentioned. What's the name of that book? The fourth question is, whose genealogy is Christ of according to Matthew chapter 1? Whose genealogy is Christ of according to Matthew chapter 1? Fifth question. What is the prophetic name of the Messiah? Prophetic meaning a prophet or prophetess, male or female, prophesies stating that when the Messiah comes, he'll be called by that name. Folks, let me bring to your attention. Angels are not prophets, all right? Prophets are men on earth that the Creator ordained, called upon to proclaim the Creator's word unto the people. So the question is, what is the prophetic name of the Messiah according to the Bible? Let's go to the telephone, see who's on the line. Al-Shalom T, thanks for watching Bible Quiz. Where are you at as you're calling?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm calling from East Rangwell.
East Rumville. Great, wonderful. It sounds like you're calling for the first time. Are you calling for the first time?
No, I'm not.
You called before. Congratulations. All right? Good. So which questions would you like to answer on this day?
I would like to take a shot at number one.
Number one. Okay. And what would the question was?
What name was the first woman?
No, that wasn't the question. The question is, what name the Creator called the first woman?
Oh, Eve.
Well, Adam is not the Creator. Television too loud. Adam is not the Creator. Adam was the one that called her Eve. And Adam is not the Creator, all right? So the name Eve, the Creator never called her Eve. It was Adam, okay, the first man, that called the first woman Eve. Okay? Good. Good try. Thanks for trying. And folks, it pays to listen. Listening is very important. All right? My Momo, which is my mother, we call her Momo. She, which means mother. The first two letters for mother is M-O. All right? So he said Momo, mother's mother. All right? She told me when I was a child, she says, always keep in mind. She said, remember this, remember that, remember it. You got two ears and one mouth. Listen more and talk less. So, the question is, what name the Creator called the first woman? According to the book Genesis. What day is the day of worship according to the book Genesis? And the third question, which book of the Bible the word God is not mentioned? The fourth question is, whose genealogy is Christ of according to the book Matthew chapter 1? And the fifth question is, what is the prophetic name of the Messiah? These are the questions that have been asked on this day, folks, on Bible Quiz. And for those folks who've been watching this program for quite some time, I know Mr. Diamond is familiar with the answer on most of those questions, and or perhaps Ms. Newtown also. These are faithful viewers and folks who will call into the program and be of great tribution to the program. Of great what? Tribution. Right. They never conduct Yates. They don't give no contribution on this program while I'm hosting it. Maybe when somebody else is on the program, but not Dr. Yates. They're always tributing to me by giving a tribution of answers relevant to the questions being asked. So for those folks who are watching the program for the first time, you're hearing this question for the first time, or you've heard it before, but you never got the answers, I hope that you did ask your pastor, apostles, priest, whoever the head person of your faith. And for the Islamic brothers and sisters who are there, if you're familiar with the answer call, you're welcome to answer questions on this program. We do not discriminate, all right? I was told that the Quran was meant for the people of Islam. And the Vedas, okay, is meant for the Hindus, the Torah for the Jews. However, the Bible is for everyone. It's for everyone. So you are not excluded. You can call in if you are of any religion, or even if you're an atheist and you want to call in on this program, you're more than welcome to do so. All right? So, for those folks who are watching for the first time, or you're watching the program again and you haven't heard, you just got into the home, put on the television, and you're watching Bible Quiz, the numbers are called 218-4949, 218-4949, or 218-1890. Okay? 1890. Al-Shalom T, thanks for watching Bible Quiz. Where are you at as you're calling?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm from South Rangville.
South Rumville, congratulations. That's where this television is being broadcasting this program, in South Rumville. Actually, it's a garden, South Rumville Gardens. And are you watching the program for the first time?
Yes, I am.
Well, congratulations to you. All right. And you're brave enough to call for the first time. So what made you decide to watch this program? What happened? Tell us your story real quick.
Well, I'm leaving, so I actually got to catch a television program.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. So when you're at work, you're missing out on all this good stuff. So now you're on vacation and you get a chance to watch it. Welcome aboard. So, which questions would you like to answer? More than one. You're entitled to answer as many questions as you choose to, all right?
I'll try.
Okay, so which questions do you like? The first one, second one, third, fourth, which one?
Fifth question.
The fifth. You got all the way to the fifth. What is the prophetic name of the Messiah, according to the Bible?
I will guess
Oh, stop right there. You said No, wasn't his name.
messenger.
Huh?
The messenger.
No, we're talking about name. We're not talking about title. See, title and name is two different things. And this is why I like to share with people the difference between how to think and what to think. Okay? Title would be things like teacher, prophet, pastor. Those are title. But his name, okay, would identify his purpose and his intention, why he came into this world, what his parents call him, what people call him by. All right? So the question is, what is his prophetic name? In other words, it was prophesied what name to call him before he was even birthed. And keep in mind, Christ was never born. He was birthed. Were you born in Guyana or were you birthed in Guyana?
I was birthed.
Yay! That's right. And very quickly, okay, here's the reason why I asked that question, because I was residing in Ethiopia before I came home to Guyana, and the reason why I came home is because Mr. Nagamutu and Mr. Granger in the year 14 and 15, they call 2014 and 15, they campaigned about reform education. And that's what I am professionally. I'm a reform educationist. And so I came home to bring to the awareness of all Guyanese a lot of things we were told by the British and by the Americans. They're based on concepts, what to think, not how. It is not wise for you to say you're born in Guyana because you do not have a born certificate. What do you have?
A birth certificate.
That's right. So you were birthed in Guyana. And human beings are birthed, animals are born, and fishes and birds and reptilians, they're hatched in Guyana. So you weren't hatched and you weren't born. You were what? Birth. All right? So the language is very, very important, how we present ourselves and how we view ourselves instead of viewing ourselves through the eyes of others who like to discriminate by saying you either were hatched in Guyana or born in Guyana. Make sense to you?
Yes.
All right. So thank you for watching the program. So what other question you'd like to answer besides that one, the fifth one? Here's the first question. What name the Creator called the first woman? Do you know the answer to that?
What name the Creator called the first one?
Yeah, what name he gave to her? All right, tell you what. You hang up and I'll give the answers on air, all right? Okay, thanks for calling. Folks, I'm going to go through some of these questions and give some of the answers because for those folks who've never heard me ask these questions before and give the answer, you get an opportunity to learn. No, okay, the lines are all lit up. Shalemti, thanks for watching Bible Quiz. Where are you at as you're calling?
From West Rumville.
West Rumville. Hey, all right. Are you calling for the first time?
Yes.
Hey, congratulations. Good. And are you watching this program for the first time?
Yes, I am.
What? My goodness. Great. We got two persons. Then again, if you're a different ethnicity than your people, we have two persons that watch a program for the first time and calling for the first time. I like this. This is full encouraging. So, what question would you like to answer on this day?
One.
Question number one. Okay, go for it. What name the Creator called the first woman?
Helpmate.
I like that. That's not a name. I said what name. I didn't say what purpose. But I like that though. That was good. That was very good. You see, and this is why it's important for us to learn about how to think best and what to think. That was her purpose, a helpmate unto Adam. That's not her name, all right? But I like your answer. Good try. All right. Oh, may I ask, what church do you attend? What church? Are you Muslim or Christian?
Christian.
Christian. And what church do you attend?
Veteran.
Brethren, yay, brethren. Welcome, wonderful, good. All right. Maybe you should ask that question. You going to church on Sunday?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
you ask them that question. Let's see if they have the answer for you, all right? All right, good, wonderful. Okay, folks, I really appreciate Dr. Yates appreciate I don't appreciate hate. Too much hate in this country and other places. Appreciate hate. I appreciate the willingness of Guyanese people to answer the question based on what they were told, taught, or what they think they can knew. The past sense of canal. Shalamti, thanks for watching Bible Quiz. Where are you at as you're calling?
Hey, good afternoon.
So I got to turn
Hatfield Street Lodge.
yeah, you got to turn the TV down.
Come from Hatfield Street Lodge.
Lodge, Hatfield Lodge. Wonderful, great. And you calling for the first time?
First time watching for the first time.
Way! That's what I'm talking about. Wonderful. Welcome. Great. Now, which question would you like to answer?
Let's try number 5.
Number 5. What is the prophetic name of the Messiah according to the Old Testament and the New Testament?
Yahweh.
Ooh, I like your answer. What scripture can we look that up and it says that? I like your laughter. That was a good laughter.
No, old time I was brought up in a church, so I won't remember that.
Yes.
Remember the name good though.
Yeah, but actually there's no scripture that says that. That's why I asked for scripture. All right? There's no scripture that says that when Christ comes, he'll be called Yahweh.
Okay.
Okay? But I like your attempt, though. That's very good. Very good. Good attempt. You're so welcome. Oh, where do you fellowship right now? Where are you fellowshipping at?
7 days.
Seventh-day Adventist. Okay. Happy Eve of the Sabbath. Okay? To you. Wonderful. Great. All right. All right, folks. For those folks who just got into the home and listening to the program, and you get a chance to hear the previous question that were asked, that I did ask, well, here they are. First one, what name the Creator called the first woman, according to the book of Genesis? What day is the day of worship, according to the book of Genesis? Which book of the Bible the word G-O-D, God, is not mentioned? Whose genealogy is Christ of, according to the book of Matthew, chapter 1? And the fifth question was, what is the prophetic name of the Messiah, according to the book of, I almost gave away the answer there. Shalamti, thanks for watching Bible Quiz. Where are you at as you're calling?
Diamond Ozinski.
Hey, Mr. Diamond. The Mr. Yes, Brother Braids. You know, I want to thank you for giving the folks an opportunity to answer before you call.
Yeah, but I just tuned in.
You don't, well, we're glad that you just However, which question would you like to answer? I think you can handle all 5.
So let me see if I can try some
Yes.
of them.
Okay, the first one.
The one prophetic name in the Old Testament is Emmanuel.
Yes, Emmanuel. That's right. Yes. What book? I'm sorry. What book and prophet said that his name would be called Emmanuel?
That is Isaiah 7:14.
And Isaiah chapter 7 verse 1-4. They call 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. And then Dr. Yates, you're talking to grass,
I gotta
Maddox.
forget the brass, the grass.
And also Isaiah 8:8.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Matthew
and
takes
Matthew
it.
now, right? Chapter 1 verse 2:2 and verse 2:3.
That's right.
Yes, and I'm glad that Matthew mentioned it, because if Matthew didn't mention that, then Christ never came.
That's so true.
Right, and the prophecy never fulfilled.
Let me try the other one.
Okay, and the other one is,
Is
what day is the day of worship according to the book of Genesis?
the day is the 3rd day.
Yes, that's right. Well said. The 3rd day is the day of worship. But what scripture do we have to, not to substantiate, but to establish? No sub means below. You don't substantiate anything here.
I agree with
To
that.
establish, right, or to stand firm on. What scripture tells us that the 3rd day is the day of worship according to Genesis, and not the Sabbath, the 7th day, because Sabbath doesn't mean worship. What is Sabbath?
Rest.
Means rest, right? Sacred rest.
That's right.
Righteous rest, not just any kind of rest.
I know.
Right. And Sunday is the first day
First day
of the week. And I was taught when I was going to Bible college to become a minister that the reason why we worship on Sunday, because that's the day Christ resurrected, and that's the day of worship. But the Bible, there's no scripture in the Bible ever substantiates such doctrine or teachings.
That's so true.
However, you remember the scripture that says that the 3rd is the day of worship?
I think it's Genesis 22,
Yeah.
4 and 5.
Ooh, that's right. 4, 5, and 6. That's right. Yes, congratulations. Genesis chapter 3, folks. I'm sorry, chapter 2, verses 4, 5, and 6 tells us which day, and the first person that mentioned in the Bible that worshiped, his name is Abraham.
That's right.
Right. And he tells us the day in which he worship. Okay?
Yeah.
Great. And the other question was,
The name of the first woman?
yeah, what name the Creator? Yeah, call the first woman. What was that? What name the Creator give her?
Adam.
Adam, that's right. Congratulations, right? Yes, the Creator called the first woman Adam. And that is in Genesis chapter 5 and verse 2. That's right. Folks, you got the scriptures to establish what Dr. Yates is saying here, all right?
Yeah.
I'm not of any religion or any church. Let me get y'all know that straight right now, okay? All I'm doing is giving us an opportunity to learn the Bible for what's written in it, and for those who want to learn about the Torah and the Quran and the Gitas, you give me a call, 693-3388. I read them all, I study them all because I was told to study to show myself approved. This workman need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word. Actually, it said dividing the word of truth, but it's not rightly dividing the word of truth. What it is? Because truth doesn't need divided.
No, truth
Right.
is truth.
Truth is a living organism, which is Christ.
The
which-
word of God, yes.
No, which is Christ, which is well, the living word, which is Christ.
Yes.
Right, because he's the only prophet said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life, right?